What's up, y'all? It's me, Erica, and we are down here. Peace, y'all. Take care of each other. Protect your energy. Okay, do y'all want to come with me to the... I'm done with Beverly Hills. Y'all want to come with me to the Starbucks? That's what I'm about to do. I don't know what's going on. I'm just doing this because I'm going to Starbucks. Yesterday was really good. Go ahead. I mean, you don't have, I was about to say you don't have to like, subscribe, and comment. Girl, what the fuck is wrong with you? You can like and subscribe and comment. This is just a real quick video. This is like nothing, you know? This is just like us, you just riding with me. Put your seatbelt on. You just riding with me to Starbucks real quick. Okay. I was trying to see what was going on the blogs, what I had saved. Six the Goddess. She's been coming up a lot because she's been saying these things about femininity. Looks like she is trying to step into Kevin Samuel's shoes. Her rhetoric, I was like, ooh, she was talking about how femininity was determined. Femininity is basically how a man perceives you, how you balance a man out. Very male-centered definitions. And you know what? And when I was looking at these femininity channels, and I was like, oh wow, okay. So they're teaching women how to be feminine in an effort to attract a man. So it's really not about you. It's about your performance in an effort to attract partnership from any man. And so that to me was very damaging, because to me, you know, my fucking motto is decenter men. I'm not saying that you don't need to partner or be with men, but they should not be the center of your world at all. No one should. No one outside of yourself should be the center of your world. Not even your children. Not even your children. Because you should be teaching them sovereignty, right? You should embody that in order to model that for them, right? To know that they are existing without depending on what another person says about them. You know, a lot of people, what I have noticed about like the way that men operate, most men I see, when they say they need a woman to feel like a man, I need you, like when they put all this power into a woman making them feel like a man instead of actually just being men, and this idea that you need a woman in order to feel like a man, that tells me that your identity as a man is tethered to how a woman behaves, and that's not really a great place to be, where your identity is dependent. So you're like in this weird ass codependent relationship with women and relying on women to make you feel like a man. And the same thing goes for these femininity channels, which are trying to like tell you this is how you perform femininity in a patriarchy. And here are the rules of femininity, and all of those rules, the design of femininity that they're telling you to practice and model, was designed by men. So it's like, really, what are you doing but upholding patriarchy and enforcing the rules of patriarchy? 1 second, please. Yes, may I have a grande dirty chai latte, hot, please, with oat milk? A double.
A double, okay.
2 pumps of brown sugar.
2 pumps of brown sugar.
And 180 degrees.
180.
And that's it.
Okay, it's going to be $8.45. Thank you.
Thank you so much. You know what I mean? And I feel like when your identities are tethered to the existence of another person, your life cannot be fulfilling, because you're always searching, almost like a puzzle piece. You're looking for a puzzle piece, knowing that when you are the puzzle. You need to find another puzzle that is full, borders and everything intact, edges intact, filled in all the way to the center. May have some missing pieces, but you're coming to where everybody's coming as a complete puzzle. We're not coming to come together to create one puzzle. Right? Right? Okay. And I want you to hear what she said. It's really damaging, very damaging. But you also have to remember who she's talking to.
Good morning.
Good morning.
45.
Okay.
Service.
Yeah. What the heck? Oh, here it is. I'm like, where's the little thing to scan? Sorry about that.
No worries.
And then here.
Here you go. And here you go.
Thank you so much.
Have a good day.
You too.
Thank you.
See how fast that was? Ooh, it's hot. I want y'all to hear what she says. Now, I don't feel like going back to the damn park. Okay. Where are we going to go? Because I want y'all to hear what this woman said. I can play it for y'all. Hold on. I was like, ooh, that's not good. What she's saying, that is not good. It's very damaging. It really is. And I'm just going to say it because I know like people don't like to talk about other content creators. But I think like if you're following a woman and who is typically you're going to listen to her because of the way she looks, right? You're going to be more apt to listen to her. And if she is actually on the road of women who are walking down this road trying to figure out what femininity looks like. You know, they're looking for community to tell them how they should perform femininity. I'm going to be on the other end of that road saying, sweetie, that information, you want to analyze it a little more. You want to make sure that your femininity, the way that you perform femininity, isn't dependent on what a man or how a man has designed it for you. Because it doesn't serve you. That's the thing. It doesn't serve you the way that they are asking you to perform. Because we know that we embody both because we come from both. Everything is all and nothing at the same time. So we know that. But in a society where we assign behaviors, characteristics, colors, clothes to women, a lot of those, and that's why you get people who say they're non-binary or gender non-conforming, because they're saying we're not conforming to what society says a woman should look like. And what these women are doing is enforcing those rules, right? So if you step outside of the binary, you're going to get people who say, I dress like this. I don't care if it's assigned for men to wear these clothes. I'm wearing these clothes. I don't care if you say that a man with a beard cannot wear lashes, lipstick, and nails. I don't conform to your gender restriction. That's what they're saying, right? That is what they're saying. So I'm going to park over here. I'm not going to go back into the park. I'm just going to park on the side because there's more shade right here. Because I do want y'all to hear that, because I feel like all people who create content are literally on the side of a road where people are looking for answers, questions, community, people who think like them, people who have a differing opinion, all of that, right? Okay. Much better. Much better. Okay. We want to keep that on. All right. So I want y'all to hear what she said. Girls are gonna have good credit, have some money, and okay, this is
and cook.
Bigger woman says help. Hold on. This is first what she's talking about, the size of the woman and men looking for bigger women with a lower self-esteem, I guess, to kind of use. So men intentionally go out and find a bigger woman because a bigger woman says help, like a mammy, basically, is what I envision what she's saying. So let's listen to what she's saying.
Financially confident, that's who they run to, the bigger girls, because most big girls,
oh shit,
and be able to help take care of them
and cook.
Bigger woman says help. Smaller woman says, oh, I have to carry that. The men are not financially confident. That's who they run to, the bigger girls, because most big girls are going to have good credit, have some money, and be able to help take care of them
and cook.
Bigger woman says help. Smaller woman says, oh, I have to carry that. The men are not financially.
Here's something else she said.
I would best describe it as a balance, and it's what makes us valuable to men. Outside of sex, we're not necessarily physically valuable to men. You're bigger, you're stronger. I would best describe it as a balance. And
she's describing femininity. Listen to this, and listen to how damaging this is and how it doesn't serve you as a woman. Listen to this. To follow these rules. Now, if you want to follow these rules and you agree with this, that's on you. But the studies have shown it doesn't matter how you look. It doesn't matter how long your nails are. It doesn't matter if your edges are intact, if your frontal is secure. It doesn't matter if your butt sits on your back. It doesn't matter if your titties sit under your chin. It doesn't matter if your stomach is flat. It does not matter if your pussy is wetter than hers. It does not matter if you wear a dress. It does not matter if you wear pantyhose. It does not matter if you wear lashes. It doesn't matter. If you are performing femininity for someone other than yourself, you are not serving yourself. You should not be here to provide value to anyone but yourself. And when you become valuable in yourself, then the frequency will go out, and you will in turn attract other people who see themselves as valuable, and they don't need to look to you to bring them value. That's a weird ass codependent toxic relationship. When your identity, the way that you're practicing your humanity, the way that you're practicing femininity or masculinity is dependent on someone outside of yourself, you're doing a disservice to yourself. And that's just basic. And I know y'all say that the diva hates men, but I don't want you to center men in the way that you walk in life. It does not serve you. And there's too many women on the side of the road who are saying the same thing. And when you get messages like that, you cannot not say anything about it, because it's not advice that serves you, right? Listen to what she says, how femininity, what femininity is. Listen.
And outside the men, I would best describe it as a balance, and it's what makes us valuable to men. Outside of sex, we're not necessarily physically valuable to men. You're bigger, you're stronger. I would best describe it as a balance. And
that's a Kevin Samuels talking point. She said, this is out of a woman's mouth. She said, you're not the only value that you are to men is sex. That's it. You are an object. You are here to be and to serve men. This is the messaging. And I reject that messaging. I do. What makes you valuable to men? That's how you practice femininity. Here she goes.
So if most when a woman is dating, we're supposed to be paying attention to the man, paying attention to where can I get in, where can I be valuable, how can I help, how can I support. If I've seen women be like, oh, he liked me and he want to marry me, he want to move in, but when a woman is dating, we're supposed to be paying. A lot of women have to tap in with their fathers more, because I know there was a point of time in my life where I had not kind of amended my relationship with my dad, and I found it difficult to download messages from men, because there was a lot of women have to tap in.
That's, first of all, it sounds like Kevin Samuels, right? When a woman is telling you that your performance of femininity is to be of value to men and to serve men, she is upholding and reinforcing the rules of patriarchy. That is it. When these femininity channels are telling you how to perform femininity and make yourself valuable in order to partner, they are enforcing the rules of patriarchy. Your performance of femininity is designed by men. From the advice from these women, they're giving you the manual on how to perform femininity, and the authors are men. First thing is this idea, I don't know, it's just the whole idea of trying to make yourself desirable. And that's why, like, the whole BBL fucking epidemic, on top of teaching little girls from an early age to be dissatisfied with their physical appearance and to determine how they look based on what the little boys like. That's why Instagram is so damaging, because one, you have a false sense of what beauty is. Two, you have little boys online looking at these girls, liking. Three, you have the little girls who have been taught to watch the little boys and determine what they like in order to perform that and become more valuable to them, right? To make themselves look a certain way. But now these little girls are dealing with body dysmorphia because they're trying to attain what the little boys like, and what the little boys like is distorted. I'm telling you, we could get the whiteboard out with the sticky notes and the yarn and piece this shit together, and you could see how damaging it is, and how it starts from very early. How it starts very early to center what a boy likes in your world and to lose yourself in what they like. How many times growing up, when you were like in your teens and you were dating a boy, all of a sudden, all of his interests, you liked them too. He liked basketball, you were sitting there liking basketball too. Oh, yes. And that's what we're taught. That doesn't mean that you're a bad person because you did that. That's what you've been programmed and trained to do. And then you get this messaging, and this is a woman probably in her 20s, late 20s, early 30s. She is now regurgitating a message like men have their hands up her ass and she's speaking for them. And when you come across her, because she is an attractive woman, you're going to listen to her because the halo effect is activated, right? So you're going to listen to her and it's going to be like, yes, my value, my femininity is based on what value I bring to a man's life. When I tell you that sounds psychotic to me, that sounds crazy to me. Now, because I wasn't always, and it's so funny because even though I had, and I thought about this yesterday, even though I had the feelings that I have about marriage, I've always never wanted to get married. I've always never wanted to get married. That's why I think my mother never talked to me about marriage, because from very early I was like, I don't want to get married. I've never been that. but I still had the programming to where I was still male identified. So when things would come up, I would give the man the benefit of the doubt. I would talk shit about why the woman didn't choose better, or that was her fault, or something. You know, it was always centering the man. It was always that. And that is part of the system. And I'm here to tell you that I'm the glitch in the system. And that's why I have to understand that I get pushback from women, because I was there too. Even though I didn't want the American dream of a family nucleus and try to mimic that. I just, no. But I still was male identified. I still was helping and doing labor for men, and I was not like giving my ideas to men. They would call me up and just being like of service to men still. And even in the way that I thought, even though I didn't want what y'all want in the way that partnership looks, I was still doing their bidding. By being identified with them, by seeing their points of view before my own, by putting them at the center. Even being like coy when a man would look at me. Girl, what? Please don't look at me. Don't. Because I had to deprogram that male identified part of the programming. And I said, I don't care if every day, every video, one day some person who has been programmed and is on their journey of being deprogrammed is going to come across one of my videos, and they're going to be like, God damn, there's somebody else who feels the way I do. I don't feel crazy for not wanting to get married. I don't feel crazy for not wanting to have kids. I don't feel crazy for not wanting to perform femininity in pink and bows and nails and curls and whatever. My femininity is tank tops, jeans, motherfucking tattoos, earrings, nose rings. I identify with that. I don't feel so crazy in this world that's bombarding me with centering men as I exist. So that's what I'm here for. So because I've been thinking about it, like, I don't like to hear somebody tell me that I hate men, or that the way that I'm speaking has to do with my personal experiences. Yes, I have personal experiences, but I also have observations, and I also listen, and I also read, and I look at statistics. So when I'm thinking that I'm going through these things and I have these points of view based on my experiences, no, I'm also watching other women. And so my voice isn't just for me. It isn't just for me. My voice is for the women and the men and the trans women and the gay men who cannot say what, or don't want to come on video and say what they need to say. That's me. I'm saying it for them. I'm saying it for them. That's why I had to get on y'all asses yesterday about that latent homophobia with trying to make Santana a scapegoat when black people talk shit about children and their hair. All of y'all, a large portion of y'all, and y'all wasn't about to scapegoat a gay man. I'm sorry. I wasn't about to let y'all do that. Because there was a lot of y'all down there. And just like I posted on Instagram the other day, I don't want, this is from Halter Crop Top, I don't want Blue Ivy to ever speak to y'all. I hope she goes to college and lives a clean, quiet, and lavish life on her parents' dime. She does not need to seek out the community, because y'all have hated her since she was born for not fulfilling your multiracial child fetish. Now y'all love Blue Ivy because her hair is presentable. But when she was natural, that baby, y'all was talking crazy about them people's babies. Y'all talk crazy about Jaden and Willow. Y'all talk crazy about Zaya. Y'all talk crazy about babies and kids. Y'all do. And I wasn't about to let y'all sit up here and be like, well, you know, gay men, they don't like black women. Straight men don't like black women. Black women don't like black women. So you wasn't about to scapegoat and then put in all your narratives of the relationships between gay men and black women. You weren't about to try to do that. No, because what he was doing is culturally acceptable. If you didn't like what Santana was doing, then you need to change the culture, because the culture is you don't come out with your hair looking crazy. So if you do, you're going to get talked about. Just the other day was bitches talking about me. Talking about my hair. Y'all talk about people's hair and what they look like. Blue Ivy was just one of the other kids. And then what it does, it gives you a glimpse into, he's not because he's gay, it's because he's black. And this is how black people talk about children's hair. And if you don't like what it looked like, change the culture. Let these kids live. Change the culture if you didn't like what Santana was reflecting back to you. I wasn't about to let y'all get away with that this week. I saw so many people. Oh, you know, gay black men, they don't like gay. No. The fact is, it don't have anything to do with the sexuality. It has to do with the person's personality. And if you say that somebody's personality is based on their sexuality, then I think you're just jump. just jump out the window, child. Because that's a mess. That's a mess. People's personalities are their own. It doesn't have anything to do. What type of personalities do straight people have? A straight person have. It's not because a person is gay. It's because the person's personality. And then, like the thing with Santana, that's what I kept hearing. It's like, you know how black men or black gay men and black women, and they just want to be us, and you'll never be us, and just all this weird ass shit. And then what you do in those moments, that's the thing. And see, what you're doing and you don't even realize it, when you position yourself with trans women or gay men and you tell them you just want to be a woman, you just want to have my womb, that is the messaging that woman was saying. You're only valuable based on the sex, based on the womb. She said it. She said it. Listen. So when you do that in an effort to ridicule somebody, dismiss somebody, try to say they want to be a woman like you, and you whittle yourself down to your womb, although it is a very practical, wonderful part of being a woman or having a vagina and being able to have children come from the vagina, it's an amazing thing. But when you whittle yourself down to that, you are like, I'm starting to watch Handmaid's Tale. You whittle yourself down to a fucking breeder. What did this girl say? Hold on, let's listen to what she said. Hold on. She said that you're the only way you're useful to a man is by sex. You're not strong. You're nothing else. Here she goes.
When a woman is dating, a lot of women have to tap in with their
hair.
I would best describe it as a balance, and it's what makes us valuable to men. Outside of sex,
your pussy.
You're not necessarily
valuable
to men. You're bigger, you're stronger. I would best describe it as a balance. So what you're doing when you're like in battle with trans women and feminine gay men, and you're yelling to them that they want to be women, they're never going to have a pussy. You're doing the same thing this woman is doing, is saying that your value is only in your vagina. And your femininity is actually more than just having a vagina, because I think a lot of people get mixed up and believe that because you have a vagina, you have the corner on femininity. And because you have a penis, you have the corner on masculinity. No, what you are actually saying is, I'm performing what society and my community says is acceptable for femininity. But you have to understand, you embody both.
And what you're doing every day is allowing yourself to be confined. That's why I have so much respect for gender non-conforming people, non-binary people, because what they are saying is, I reject the box that you are trying to put me in by telling me that because I'm a man, I have to wear this. And because I'm a girl, I have to wear this. No, that's out of here. And when you get people running through this world, what they're doing is enforcing patriarchy. What they're doing is enforcing whiteness when you're a colorist. What you're doing when you're telling women that their only value is their vagina, you are upholding maleness. And what you're doing is when you're yelling at gay people, you're upholding heterosexuality. And then when you tell people they're going to hell for their choices, you are upholding Christianity. And those are tentacles of the illusion of white supremacy. And I think I'm going to end on that note. Because yes, that is the root of all this shit. And that's why I respect anyone who pushes themselves outside of the box that society has put them in or wants to put you in. I reject all of that. All your little societal structures are damaging. And when you peel them back, they're restricting, they're binding. The word religion means to bind. I'm leaving now. It's my time. The red light is flashing. Sandman is about to come out, scatting and tapping. Y'all have a wonderful day. Take care of each other and protect your energy. Peace.